Hello, welcome to the Roundhouse podcast with Paul Solentrop of Wichita State University Strategic Communications. Thank you very much for listening. We appreciate your time. Wichita State freshman softball players Kinzey and Kammie Smith join us in advance of this weekend's series versus the Memphis Tigers. Shockers can win or share the American Conference title, and if you are headed to Wilkins Stadium this weekend, these are two names you should know. Kinzey is a third baseman from Westphalia, Missouri. She is hitting .356 with 11 doubles and 13 home runs. She is hitting .474, 11 of those homers in American Conference play. In 24 conference games, she has walked 16 times and struck out 5. So we'll talk about plate discipline later in our journey. Kammie Smith is a second baseman from Sapulpa, Oklahoma. She is hitting .384 with 10 doubles and 3 home runs. She is at .386 in conference play with 5 walks and 4 strikeouts. The Shockers are 32-16 after Tuesday's loss at Kansas. That ended a 12-game win streak. Wichita State is 18-6 in the conference, and they are tied with South Florida for first place entering the weekend. Kammie, let's get us started by telling us about your softball journey. Why did you choose softball as your sport?
I chose softball as my sport just because it was, my dad played baseball, my mom played softball, and it was kind of just introduced to me at a young age, and I love to compete, and I have always loved to compete, and so I just think from such a young age I fell in love with it, and I just continued it and wanted to do it in college. So.
Did you play other sports, or was it always pretty much softball?
It's pretty much been always softball, but I played basketball up until my sophomore year of high school, and it was fun, but I just knew I wanted to pursue softball in college, so I kind of went away with that and just focused on softball.
So your dad coached you. What's the best hitting tip you've gotten from Dad?
There's a lot, but I would say just hit the ball hard, hit it through someone. He's always told me that, and just be disciplined and hunt your pitch and just hit it as hard as you can.
Good advice. Kinzey, how about you? How did you land on softball?
My journey was a little bit different. My parents did not play growing up. My sister started playing softball, so I grew up watching her and just kind of wanted to also play. Then she ended up taking a different journey in cross country and track, but I stuck with softball and just grew love for the game. So I did grow up playing basketball as well. Really liked that sport, but there was nothing like softball. I just loved it so much more.
What made you choose softball?
I don't know. I just loved it. Just something about hitting that ball as far as you can, as hard as you can, just made me just want to keep doing it. So.
Family has been a big part of both of your softball journeys. You have parents who've coached you, supported you. They are regular at games this season. Kinzey, how has the family part contributed to getting you to where you are now?
They're very important. They're always going to be there for me no matter what, whether it's a good game or a bad game, and they know exactly what it's taken me to get here, and they've been a part of it the entire time. So just having them there and supporting me, knowing that I have people in the stands that have my back always.
Yeah, after a bad game, what do Mom and Dad say? How do they pick up your spirits?
Sometimes they like to make a joke or two, but it's all lighthearted. They just tell me to keep my head up, that there's another day, there's another game, that's not end all be all. So just to put my head back down and get to work and try to be better the next day.
We parents think we're really, really funny, so I hope you laugh politely whenever your parents tell jokes. That's the good thing to do. Kammie, how about you? How has your family contributed to getting you to where you are now?
It's been everything. Their support my whole life has been just awesome, and they know how hard I've worked to get here, and they've also been a big part of that. Like my dad, he's been there right there with me the whole time, and so just as much as this means to me, it means to him too, and that knowing that I can live out my dream is also for him. And so I think that knowing he's there and watching me is just awesome, and knowing that I have their support no matter how I play it means the world.
Kammie, how did you end up at Wichita State to play softball?
The coaches, like my junior year, September 1st, that's when you can get contacted by colleges, and Coach B and Coach E both contacted me, and they had watched me play because I played travel ball, and they just contacted me and told me that they really liked me and wanted me to come on a visit. And as soon as I came here, I just knew that this is the place for me. I mean, they're amazing, and I just love all the people here, and it just felt like home from the beginning. So that's how I ended up here, I would say.
I've heard that a lot over the years, talking to softball players. How do they make it feel like home?
I mean, just they care about you as a person and not just as an athlete, and so I think that says a lot about them as people, and knowing what you're getting into, like, they're gonna have your back no matter what, and I just think that says a lot about this program, and that's what makes it feel like home to me.
Kinzey, how did you make it from mid-Missouri here to Wichita State?
I first went to camp here, like, summer of my 8th grade year. So I've known Coach B and Coach E for quite a few years now. So just building that relationship with them for that long. You know, I've known them, and that's just kind of like the reason why I wanted to come here. Like, I knew exactly who they were coming in. They've always treated me and my family great. You know, they've seen me around the ballpark, and they'll wave, say hi. So I knew that it was going to be a place where they were going to take care of me from the beginning.
So you were making college choices or starting that then in junior high. You were already kind of evaluating and looking around.
Yeah, for sure.
Take us back to August. You arrive on campus. You're getting ready to start for practice. Kinzey, where is your biggest area of improvement from August 20th to now?
I think just my discipline up at the plate. Just being more calm, more of a calm presence. Not going up there and swinging for the fence every single time. Just going up there, trying to get a base hit, trying to help my team score. So definitely improving on the presence of my hitting.
Did you consider yourself a disciplined, patient hitter in high school and travel ball?
I'd say I was. I think when I got here, I was just trying to prove something, so I kind of expanded my area. But once season got going, I kind of started to shrink it, stay more calm, just go up there and just try to get a hit.
Kammie, what was August 15th Kammie Smith like, and how has it changed over the intervening months?
I would say coming in, I was really, like, nervous and excited, but, like, I wanted to prove myself, and I think as today, I would say the maturity level has grown a lot. Like, you don't have to prove yourself necessarily. It's more of, like, just doing what you can for the team and knowing that the coaches have your back and they know what you can do, so just be relaxed and, like, just play the game that you've always played and have fun. And I think coming in August, I was more of, like, anxious and wanting to do everything right. And now, like, I know it's okay to mess up sometimes. Just rebound and come back from it and do the best you can for you and your team. And I think that shows a lot of maturity from when I got here to now. And that's only going to improve, I think, for the years to come.
Yeah, I hear that a lot from newcomers or freshmen. They're so worried about impressing the coaching staff that they really can't play the game they like to. Am I describing the hurdle that
Yes.
maybe you got over?
Yes. I would also say that, like, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't good, and they see that in me. So, like, I just need to realize that in all aspects of the game, like hitting, fielding, anything I can do for the team. I just have to realize that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them and if I wasn't good. So I just try to tell myself that. And the game also doesn't define me as a person either. So I would say just letting loose and having fun has been more of a mindset for me now than it was then.
Yes, we're here to have fun. So, Kinzey, my understanding is you spent a lot of time with former Shocker Sydney McKinney. She was a great shortstop here, and she's been a graduate assistant, kind of in and out because she's still playing professionally. How did being around Sydney, learning from Sydney, how has that helped?
It's been a really great process with Sid. You know, we're both from small towns in Missouri, so having kind of the same background coming in, you know, it's Sid. She's amazing. She's really good, so it's someone that you really want to learn from, especially someone that plays a similar position to you. And at the pro level, she does play a little bit of third as well. So just trying to pick her brain and just trying to learn as much as you can from her. You know, she's a great resource, but she's also just a great person overall. She doesn't just care about who you are as a player, but who you are as a person, and really just tries to get to know you and your family. So being around Sid has been a really good thing for me. She's kind of like an older sister, I'd say.
And Sydney is from Norborn, Missouri, which of course everyone knows is the soybean capital of the world. She's quite proud of that. Really good town. Let's go to the 12-game win streak. That was one short of the program record. Started with 2 wins over Tulsa, included sweeps of UTSA, Charlotte, North Texas, and a win at Kansas City. Kammie, what got this team rolling over the last few weeks?
I think just the competitiveness and wanting to compete to win. I mean, I don't think any of us were really honed in on the win streak. I think we were just wanting to win and make a statement for our conference and going into the conference tournament that, you don't want to play us because, we're here to play and compete and we want to make it as far as we can. And so the win streak's great, obviously, and we fell short of that yesterday, but I don't think that was a big concern for us. I think it was just something that we knew in the back of our minds that we had, but we weren't worried about winning that streak or losing it, I guess. Just continuing to win, and for the next couple of weeks to come, I think that's our main focus. And yeah.
Kinzey, what's your view on the last 2 or 3 weeks, and what's gone right for this team?
I think our offense has really stepped up as of late. In the Charlotte series, we scored 19 runs in the first inning combined. So I think our offense just stepping up and continuing to do what we do best. Our pitchers have been throwing great. They've really shut down another team. So I think just that combined together just gives us this feel that when we go out there that we're going to win. We don't have a doubt in our mind that we're going to go lose. So I think scratching yesterday's game because it was what it was, and just going into this weekend and just continuing what we had been doing and then carrying that into the conference tournament.
So the Shockers were 11-10 after back-to-back shutout losses at ECU. Followed that up with an 8-3 win at Oklahoma State. That started an 8-game win streak earlier this season. Are we going to look back on that as a turning point moment? Kammie, I'll let you weigh in first on that. That weekend at ECU, did a switch get flipped after that time?
I would say yes. I mean, that was our first conference series, and I think we went into it thinking we were going to win, and that bit us in the butt, really. I mean, we won the first game and then turned around and they run-rolled us, I think, second game, and then we lost on Sunday. So I think that was just an eye-opening series for us to know that, everyone's going to give their best, and as are we, so we have to be prepared and ready to compete every single inning because anyone can beat you as well as we can beat anyone. So I think that I would say, yes, that was a turning point for us, and I think we've grown as a team from there for sure.
Kinzey, what do you think about what happened after that ECU weekend?
Yeah, I think we are a complete different team from when we were at the beginning of conference. Like Kammie said, we got run-ruled and then lost 3-0 on Sunday. And I think we had a combined of 4 hits in those 2 games. So I think you look at the offense then versus the offense now, it's 2 completely different teams. I'd say the same thing with our pitching. I think that if we had another go around, I think things would look a little bit different. We're going out there and we're really competing right now and trying to keep the other team from coming and shutting us out. I don't remember, besides last night, the last time we had been shut out. So I think that's just a testament of the growth over the season. We're a really young team, so just the learning curve, I think we hit that at that moment in time at ECU. So I think we're on the up right now and just continuing to peak at the right moment.
Yes, I have a statistic on that. So the Shockers hit 27 homers in the first 21 games, 52 since. You had homered in 9 straight games before last night. Kinzey, what got the power going on this team?
I think you have players like Trent, Asha, me, Kammie, Gabby Scott. Erin's really started to come around. She hit 3 bombs last weekend, so I think we're just going up there and not trying to hit one out, but we're going up there and trying to put as much power on the ball as we can. So I think us just going up there and, trying to hit the ball hard and just get a hit is what you're seeing. It's finding its way over the fence.
And you mentioned Trinity Allen, Asha Moore, who passed the 20 home run mark recently, and then I'll ask about Erin Schumann, who's been kind of a nice story over the last couple weeks, has really burst onto the scene. She's hitting .414 in 10 conference games, 4 home runs. Kammie, tell us what's going on with Erin Schumann.
She's awesome. She's in my hitting group in practice, and so, I see how hard she works, and she got her chance, and she's fully taken advantage of it, and as her teammate, I couldn't be more happy for her because she really does work so hard and day in and day out, and she didn't get a chance until here recently, and she's really, really, I don't know.
Yeah, she's just kind of taking over right now.
Yeah, she's done so good, and I'm so happy for her. And that's what you get from our team, though. Anyone, I feel like, can come in and do damage like Erin is doing, and everyone's bought in and everyone puts in the work, and I think that says a lot about our whole team, just because no one's mad or anything. Everyone just wants success for our team, and they're going to take advantage of their opportunities when they're given to them, and Erin has fully done that, and she's going to continue to do that, and it's just exciting to see as her teammate.
She is a sophomore transfer from Central Arkansas. Her story sounds very much like another GA, Lauren Lucas, who's been around, who did not play a whole lot as a freshman, but kept working away and really had a great rest of her career at Wichita State. What is it about Erin? That's got to be one of the toughest things for an athlete, is to continue to work hard when you're not in the lineup. What was it about Erin that she was the type of person who kept working hard and then was ready?
I just think she's resilient, and I think that she knows what she's capable of, and that if you get to a point where you are mad that you're not playing or whatever, it's not going to work out in your favor when a chance is called upon you, because you never know when it could be your time to go in the box or catch or play a position. You never know. Pinch run. You have to be ready at all times, and I think that putting in the extra work is always going to have you prepared for those moments, and she does that. And I just think that she has the mindset of, I'm going to be my best at all times no matter what. If I'm not playing, if I am playing, I know that I'm prepared. And so I think that she's just a great person, and I think she's really a great softball player too. If you want to.
Yeah, no, it's been amazing to see Erin, how she's been executing over the last few weeks. It's tough, not getting her shot early on in the season and then randomly middle of conference getting put in. But I think that just attests to all the hard work that she puts in. She's just the person that goes in, puts her head down, and just works every day, no matter what, whether she's going to get it or not. And I think that also just attests to our entire team. I think everyone on our team does that. And whenever they get their shot, they get their name called, they're going to want to execute for the team, give us the best chance to win. So, Erin's just a really hard worker and a really good person, so I'm really excited and proud of her that she's been doing what she's been doing lately.
So if we go back to the early weeks of the season, the Shockers jumped right in, facing a lot of really, really good pitching. Baylor, Mississippi State, Texas State, on and on. Kinzey, how did facing that kind of pitching early in the season, how has that helped this team's development?
I think facing, those tough teams early on in the season, gave us a good mindset of what we could do in conference. Maybe some games we didn't have the best outcome, but just knowing that we could hit that just gave us confidence to know that what we can do in conference play. So,
Kammie, how has video study become more a part of your routine as a college athlete?
It's really helped me a lot. We get to see scouts on all these pitchers, and we get to see film, and I think that helps me mentally prepare for what I'm going to see. Up until college, I hadn't seen that before, other than just watching a game before I played them. So, knowing what they're going to throw most of the time and knowing how to physically prepare for that before the game has helped me a lot, and I think collectively as a team that has helped us. And, Coach E, she's awesome, and like she really does a good job at like explaining what these pitchers are going to do and how to prepare and what to hunt and what to not swing at, because like we know what they're going to throw out of the zone too. So like to really focus on those pitches as well and not swinging and getting ourselves out. I think that is just really important, and it's helped me a lot, as well as I think everybody on our team.
Kinzey, how much video work did you do before you got to Wichita State, and what's been most helpful for you?
Yeah, I hadn't had any coming in, so it was a different turn coming and seeing that. But I love it. Coach E spends so much time working on a plan and practice every day of who we're gonna face, what we need to do to prepare for them, and then setting up the film for us to watch. Whether it's picking something or, showing us like, hey, this is what they throw 70% of the time versus something that they throw 4% of the time. So knowing what we need to go and hunt when we're up to bat, and, this is the pitch that we really need to look for versus something that we need to lay off of. So I think us and our hitting and how we've been succeeding is just a testament to all of Coach E's hard work that she's been putting in. Coach
E, of course, is Elizabeth Economan, who does a lot of work with the Shocker hitters. Okay, both of you have more walks than strikeouts in conference play, so I guess that indicates you have a plan at the plate, like coaches like to say. Kammie, a good plan at the plate, describe that. What's that look like?
Just knowing what I can hit hard and what I can't hit hard, and noticing those pitches early in the count, because normally, I've hit anywhere from leadoff to 5, I think, this year. So I've been in different spots of the lineup all year. And so I think pitchers are going to approach you differently wherever you're hitting the lineup. And I think as a leadoff, I feel like they're going to come right at you. So knowing, being prepared for an early pitch, I think, is more of my plan whenever I'm a leadoff. But knowing that, if I'm hitting 4, if they're struggling to find the zone, then I'm not going to swing at something early necessarily, because, they're struggling as well. So I don't want to swing at something that I know that I can't hit hard. So I'm hunting the pitches that I've prepared for, and, I talk to Coach E too, and, before I go hit, we discuss what I'm going to see, and, if I'm hunting a curveball, just really focusing on what I can hit hard, and seeing that pitch out of the pitcher's hand is really important, and noticing, where it's at, I think, is just my plan, really.
Do you have a routine? Is something going through your head as you're approaching the plate? Do you draw, I guess I should be more observant, do you draw something in the dirt with the bat like some people do? How do you kind of get yourself, all right, it's time to go to work?
I don't really draw in the dirt or anything. I look at Coach B, and if she gives me a sign, then I look at my wristband. If she's like, come on, you got it, and claps, I'm like, all right, I got it. I look at my coaches before I get in the box, and then I get in the box in the same spot mostly every time I hit, so no matter the speed of the pitcher. So I think that's probably my routine. I don't have anything really specific that I do, no.
Kinzey, take us through your plan at the plate.
Yeah, for me, hitting behind Asha, sometimes I get something better than she does. She has 43 walks on the season, so they've been starting to pitch to me more. So going up there and getting something that I can hit hard. As of late, I've started to walk more, so being really disciplined and not, expanding my zone, still hunting the same pitch that I'm going up there to swing at. So that's my approach in the box, and just knowing that, if Cammie's behind me, if Trent's behind me, that, they're going to hit me in no matter what. So,
do you have a routine?
Yeah, I go up there and I smooth out the box every single time. I take a little walk, just go up there and thinking and just relaxing. That's kind of my routine every time.
How hard do you work on catching the high chews as you pass third base after a home run?
I need to start working harder because I keep dropping them. It's hard.
Yeah.
Kinzey, you wear number 20. Tell us the story with wearing number 20.
I grew up in West Philly, Missouri, at high school, Fatima High. We had a girl that's about 8 years older than me named Sammy Bunch. Her and her dad, Joe, gave me hitting lessons since I was 5. So I've really just learned from them, and she's like my hero growing up, and she wore number 20 in high school. So that made me want to wear number 20. She played over at Northern Iowa, and she switched to number 12. So there was a period of time in travel ball when I was wearing 12, but I just kind of stuck with 20 because it was just my number. And, in my high school, 20 was retired because of her, so I didn't get that. I wore number 8, but throughout my whole travel ball career in college, now I'm wearing 20, and that's just kind of the story behind it.
Kammie, let's say your high school invites you back to speak to some of the athletes there about the whole college process, getting recruited, choosing a school. What's your advice now?
I would say, back then, it's so stressful and, it's hard to, narrow down the schools that you want to go to or, but to just remember to, enjoy this process because, it's once in a lifetime, really, and, you don't want it to just pass you by being so, I don't know, anxious and nervous about where you're going to end up, but just taking it all in, and that it's an awesome feeling of knowing that these coaches want you. And I would just say that really think about where you're going to go and the coaches and how they make you feel, and how what environment you're going to be going into is really important, and just go somewhere that feels like family and that will have your back no matter what. And I would just say to remember to have fun while doing it because it goes by fast. It really goes by fast. And this year has went by so fast, I feel and just enjoy every moment, really, is what I would say.
Kinzey, what's your advice to the youngsters?
Yeah, I'd say just enjoy the process. It can be a little bit of a roller coaster ride. You're going to have a lot of highs, you're going to have a lot of lows, but not try to stay in the lows and not try to stay in the highs, just try to find a happy medium and just have fun with it is the main thing. I can say that sometimes I maybe stayed in the lows a little bit and wish I would have just focused on just going out there and having fun and not worrying about who's there watching and who's calling me, who's not calling me. So just go out there and have fun and find your school that feels like home and coaches that are going to be there for you no matter what. And, just look at the team culture. Is there people that are staying? Is there a lot of people that are leaving? That's a good sign of what's going on. Just find your people and just go out there and have fun. It's the game that you love, so just continue to go play that game that you love.
College athletes spend a lot of time traveling, buses, airplanes, stuff like that. Kammie, what are you reading, listening to, watching? How do you pass the time, and what would you recommend to all the listeners out there?
Well, faith is a big thing for me, so I listen to Christian music on the bus a lot before a game. It puts a peace over my mind, and I just know that at the end of the day, what I do here does not matter, and that God's got my back, and I just think that really helps me get motivated for a game. I don't really have a specific song or anything, but I listen to Christian music a lot.
Who do you listen to? Who's your favorite?
I like Hillsong worship. I like Elevated worship. There's just a bunch of different bands that I like, and it's just, I don't know. CeCe Winans, I like her. So, yeah.
Kinzey, how about you? How do you pass the time on a long road trip?
Usually we travel back home on Sundays, and so we don't get to go to church. So I listen to my old pastor. He has a podcast, so I'll listen to sermons on the way back. And then my song right before the game, I have a best friend that goes to Clemson. Her walk-up song was "The Sweet Escape" by Gwen Stefani. So it's kind of like our song. So it's the last song I listen to before I go to the field, which I don't think anyone on the team would guess that, but
I definitely would not guess that.
That's the song. But if I had to recommend a book, it would be The Twin Thieves. It's a good one. It's about leadership. it's a really good one. People just have to read it.
The Twin Thieves.
The Twin Thieves.
Okay, I should have asked about walk-up songs. So that's your walk-up song?
No, my walk-up song is TNT by AC/DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kammie, how about you?
It's Groove Street Party. I honestly don't know who sings it, but
Flocka Flame.
yes, yeah. But it's just a fun, upbeat song that I like, and yeah, just
Good beats.
Yeah.
Good beats.
yeah.
Shockers play Memphis this weekend at Wilkins Stadium. They enter Thursday's game tied with South Florida atop the conference. The Bulls are home. They played third place North Texas. The Shockers and the Bulls have wrapped up the top 2 seeds in the conference tournament. That starts next week in Greenville, North Carolina. WSU's series with Memphis starts at 6 p.m. Thursday, continues 6 p.m. Friday, and noon on Saturday. Kinzey and Kammie, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Roundhouse podcast, courtesy of Wichita State University Strategic Communications. We encourage you to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. You can find more Roundhouse content at GoShockers.com.
She's just one of those players who could be a game changer, though. With one swing of the bat, she can send it over the fence. We've seen her do it time and time again. Is she due? With a 585 slugging percentage, 9 home runs on the season. We'll see what they decide.
Swinging away in a drive to center. Are you kidding? Another walk-off. It is! Ball game! Wichita State wins! Two walk-off home runs today. Bailey Lang in the first game, and Lori Derrico here. And Wichita State has knocked off Central Florida 5-4.